Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James 13 Wicca in case you're seeing it somewhere else. The decks and dice I'm using are going to be listed below. And of course, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's also below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your choice. Thank you. Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Cancer? 2 cards fell face down. They're here. They're face down. We'll see what they are. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Why not? Why not? What is the Wheel of Fortune leading to? Great question. One more. That's your card. The world coming in around you. What is going on? Things are changing. Things are changing. The way the cards, the 2 cards that fell out are, they're face down, but I'm getting the impression something around you is changing, probably has been changing, but it's going to become more apparent what that is and how that's going to affect your life as time keeps going forward over the next few months. You've been... watching the clouds is very interesting. It depends on your connection with nature. It's kind of how I feel, or like how intuitive you feel you are. Watching the clouds in this situation is kind of like paying attention and kind of knowing something is up. So if you're in tune with more of your intuitive nature, and water signs tend to be a little bit intuitive, they tend to be in some respect. It's kind of like I've been optimistic, but I kind of know that there's something on the wind. I know there's something in the air. I know that something is a little, like, there's something there. Like, it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's just, there's something there. It's kind of like when you know something's a little off, something's a little different. It's good, but I just feel like something is a little something. It's a little something. And it's kind of like, with the Fool card with it, it's like I don't over-question it. I don't feel like I need to. But it's there. Something is there. And there's a change going on around here. Part of the reason I might not be looking too closely is because I'm kind of feeling like there might be a change coming, but I don't really want it to happen. So I'm kind of like, I don't really want that to be the case. So I'm going to keep soldiering on the way I soldier on, and I'm going to keep what I do continuing the way I do it. And we'll see what happens as it comes. There's good things coming for you. And whatever's coming, the overall energy here is like it's going to be what it's going to be. There's something is changing here. Something is changing around you that will affect your life. Can we see what it is? The Strength and the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands is like keeping things out sometimes, keeping things from getting too close. The Strength card can be a very active card. It gets a lot done. It does what it wants. It can have a Leo connection. It doesn't have to, but it's a very strong card, a very determined card, and a very much in control card. So whatever's going on here, I do see the World card coming up in the same energy. A whole change is coming, and I don't see, like, up to this point that they've really been sharing that this big change has been coming. The change is coming. It's coming. Whatever's going on around you, it is affecting you. And I feel like they're trying to give you a heads up. Because when it comes forward, it's going to seem like things start to get very random. Things start to feel very unstable. Things start to feel very unstable. It's a change. I get like, I don't really want this. This is not something I want to happen, so I'm trying not to move on it. I don't want to encourage it. I don't want to help it move forward because I don't want it to happen. Which I get that, but they're saying this can go better for you if you at least are informed about it, and then you make an active decision once you see what's happening, what you want to do with it. This can go a lot better for you. It's not about liking the change as embracing it to the sense of like, okay, this is happening. Now that I see what's happening, what do I want to do? How do I want to handle what's in front of me? Versus just letting it happen and seeing what falls in my lap. It's already been determined. It's already been decided. It's just slowly coming forward. This change is slowly happening, I feel, over the next 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years. So take that with a grain of salt. There are general reads. There's a lot of information that's coming through in the next week or so. If this reading is hitting, there should be a lot of information coming through. And I feel like your energy is very positive with this. Whatever's going on here, you have the ability to keep what you want to keep, but the whole situation itself is not going to stay the same. So it's almost like, it's almost like I've seen this happen with businesses, like if they're corporations, it's almost like, they're not going to have the main site anymore. In fact, they're going to shut down the main site, and if you can work at home, you have a chance to keep your job. If you can't, you're going to be laid off. And I feel like I would equate cancer to being one of those people that can work from home. So it's kind of like I can keep some of this. I can't keep all of this. But if I'm more active with it, I can, at the very least, maybe I'm not working from home now, but I can get myself to a point where I can apply for it. I can work towards it and see if I can actually do that so I can keep my position in this company. Even though I don't like the change that's happening, at least I can keep the stability that I want from it. That's an analogy, of course. It's one of those things where you're in control and you have to decide what you want from this. If you just let it kind of fall in your lap and you don't actively choose, it's one of those things where it's going to be one of those things where it's like, well, you had a chance to try to change your situation and move things around so you could work from home, but if you didn't take advantage of it and make it work out ahead of time, it's kind of like, well, we didn't train you for that, and now it's too late, so we're going to lay you off. You're going to have to find something else. So it's kind of like, this is one of the reasons they're saying if you actively go forward, see what it is. It's not so much being at peace with it as embracing, like, what do I need this to be for me? It'll be okay for you. If you just kind of let it fall in your lap, you may end up with an outcome that you really didn't like. You don't like the outcome as it is overall, but it may be even a worse outcome than you originally cared for. Because the Wheel of Fortune is showing up, but I feel like they're saying once the Wheel of Fortune starts throwing things off of it and throwing little pieces, like little clues and little opportunities come off this wheel, you can grab onto those things and you can make what you want from them. There is some randomness here, but there's enough here that's not random that you can actually make sense of. It's kind of like going to a carnival. There's a lot of madness at a carnival, but you know where the basic rides are, you can get in certain lines, you know that there's food over this way. It's crazy with everybody all over the place, and you go to a carnival with a group of people usually, and it's hard to keep track of everybody, even if you have phones nowadays. But still, you can still enjoy it. You can still make a plan. You can still try to work it out to the best of your ability, even though it will be random. There will be some random aspects. Not everything is random. I know that's the Wheel of Fortune, but not everything is going to be random here. If you don't engage with it, that's when you're going to have the issues. That's the Seven of Swords. Like, I'm not wanting this to happen. I'm just not going to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't like this. I don't want this to happen. Things will not go well. Things will be worse than they have to be. The other version is embracing what can work for you and getting it to work for you. I know it's the Two of Cups. I'm going to put the dice on that one because I'm like, I feel like that's a lot. I'm like, yeah, the Two of Cups came up on the dice too. And the Sun card reversed. Kind of like, is it my ideal outcome for this situation? No. But if at least I secured what I need from it, that's something. It's better than what I thought it was going to be, and I get to hold on to things. Cancer's also that type of person that looks out for those they care about. So it's one of those things, if you embrace it, I'm not saying like it, I'm saying embrace it, and you find the opportunities for yourself, the other people that you want to come along with you, you'll kind of like share that information with and be like, hey, I see this coming down the road. This is what I'm doing to keep my position. I'd like to see you keep your position too. I think you should do this too. Maybe we can even do it together and get ready for this, so that way when this evolution comes in, we can be included and keep life the way we want it to be for the most part, and we don't have to be swept away with the current. So maybe that makes more sense with the Two of Cups, because Cancer is very loyal to those they love. And if it can work for you and you can bring somebody else with you, or more than somebody else with you that you care about, you will share that information as necessary and bring them along with you, so you can make it the best opportunity as possible. It's not just something great for you, it could be great for other people too. In this situation, I do see you being like the ringleader of it though. And you got some oracle cards. The sooner you engage with it, the sooner you see it, the sooner you embrace it. Again, not like it, embrace it. The sooner you embrace it, the better it's going to go for you, the easier it's going to be. This is begin now, step into power, view from above. The view from above is seeing the bigger picture and like where this is going to end up. The sooner you embrace it, the more power, the more advantage you have to it. Again, not liking it. We're not talking about liking it, we're talking about embracing it, you know. Because I feel like that's like, if I was trying to act like you were going to like it, I don't think you'd buy that, nor should you. During the transition phase, I feel like I'm doing a lot of things on my own. That Wheel of Fortune has to kind of play out a little bit. Even though I see you can get like a hold of some things and kind of secure them for yourself and those you care about. I do feel like there's a transition phase where I feel like I'm out there on my own and I'm really nervous. I'm trying to prepare the best way I can. I don't feel like there's any guarantees until it's actually happened. So there's going to be like this desert period, this moment where it's just kind of like, does it say desert period? Does it say desert passage? Yeah, I just feel like I'm out there on my own for a while, and until it's secured, it's kind of like, you know, it reminds me of like buying a house. It's like until the deed is in my name and I live in the house, I just feel like the deal could fall through at any time. So until it's like signed, sealed, delivered, and mine, I just feel like I'm in this limbo area. There will be that feeling there. So they're just trying to give you a heads up. Yeah, you're going to go through that. That will be there. It will not be comfortable, but hopefully if this reading is helpful, it could be something your mind flashes back to, kind of like, oh yeah, this was going to happen. I just got to write it out. I'm going to make it. It's going to be okay. Hopefully that's helpful. Because you got your card coming in the environment. You're very well liked. And I feel like for Cancer, and I'm Pisces, I'm not Cancer, but I'm a water sign. I feel like you're going to understand. Hopefully this comes across correctly. You're not always liked by everybody, but you're liked by the right people. And I don't think you really want to be liked by everybody. There's certain people you don't want them in your in your aura anyway. You don't want them there anyway. But there's something coming towards you. There's new energy coming towards you that's more aligned with the same way that you think. I feel like this is a new energy. Somebody who aligns with you is coming into this situation. Somebody who aligns a lot better than I expect. It's not going to show up immediately in the sense of like, I'm not going to see the connection. It's going to take a little time to get used to it. But there is something, I feel like no matter what the situation is, there's a new person coming in that's going to add a lot of value, that links up more with you than you expect. There's something about that. I get the Magician coming in with the Two of Wands, staying focused, uncovering treasure. There's a new person coming in. There's somebody new to get used to. It's not going to be just like, instant, just add water. It's going to be more of like, I like this person, but we'll see where it goes. It's one of those things like, oh, they seem nice enough, but we'll see what happens next. It may take literally a couple years to really completely warm up to this person, whoever this is. But over time, I feel like I'm going to be very thankful that this turned out. Like, this was a benefit. This was a gift as part of this situation that kind of showed up that I was not expecting. It wasn't even something I was thinking of. But there's a new person coming in that I feel like it feels like best friend energy, or somebody who feels like they're a part of my tribe, or somebody who I feel like when I first meet them, I like them, but it takes me a while to get used to them. That's a part of the situation too. That seemed to just show up at the end. That seems to show up after I've gotten past whatever the problem is, and I've secured the situation, it shows up after in that part, after you've gone over in that area. Anything else? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.